So, Mega Man 3 was definitely a game that I didn't like when it first came out. Mega Man 2 was so good that, in retrospect, 25 years later, or actually more than 25 years, I suppose, it was hard for Mega Man 3 to even come close to Mega Man 2 in the same way that a lot of sequels back then had trouble. Zelda 2 was another one for sure. And I was probably, as a 10-year-old or whatever, very hard on the game in ways that weren't fair. And I didn't really go back to it for a long time because of that. And I played it again when I did the podcast on it. And it was okay. But, now that we're doing these streams, I thought it would be cool to try to do something more. Yeah, 1990, so... yeah, I would have been 11. And see, immediately, there's no, really cool intro like there was on, Mega Man 2, where, there was that really cool intro where it went up the building and all, and, this game does not have that, and already I was probably like, oh, well, that's not cool. Alright, so... according to the list that I made earlier, we're going to Snake Man first. Yeah, Snake Man's got really cool music. Ah, yeah. So this is another Capcom game where when you fall backwards, you end up with enemies everywhere and slow down. One of the big problems with Mega Man 3 is there's a lot of slowdown. Mega Man 2 has a little bit of slowdown, but Mega Man 3 is really bad. Oh, well, those are some very generous power-ups, thank you. Oh, crap. I really like the Mega Man Legacy collections, but one of the problems I kind of have with them is that the PS4 controller is slightly different enough from the older controllers, say like the Super Nintendo controller, or even the NES one, that I'm not used to playing these games like this. Yeah, see, there's some more slowdown. So I wonder about the life of this guy here. He just kind of stands here and throws stuff at the wall all day. Hopefully that's a good union job. Let me try to move this a little closer to me. Yeah, it's kind of they're kind of annoying. All right, I don't remember which way I'm supposed to go, so let me try this one. Oh, thank you. Hopefully this week's stream doesn't cut off like last week. I was right at the end of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I was right about to get into the last level and my internet died. Favorite Mega Man game? Definitely Mega Man 2, by far. Mega Man 2 is probably in my top 5 ever. Probably. It's up there. Alright. Ooh, made it. Good. We were talking a little earlier about Mega Man 3 that when Mega Man 3 initially came out in 1990, I think, in retrospect, as a 10-year-old, very unfair to it. Because it wasn't Mega Man 2. In the same way that I was probably unfair to Zelda 2, and some other games. Oh, whoa, more slowdown. Oh. Yeah, Sports Talk Football fan, you're right. This stage, the next part there, is very much like Airman. Complete with slowdown. I didn't play a ton of Mega Man X. By the time Mega Man X came along, I kind of really moved away from action games to pretty much exclusively playing RPGs for the most part. In that era, on the Super Nintendo at least, I was playing, you know, Final Fantasy, Earthbound, and on the Genesis, I was playing Shining Force, and oh, jeez, a lot of sports games. You know, NHL, Madden. Yeah, I mean, the 16-bit era is the golden age of, Yeah, this is tough, because the slowdown is enough that it's kind of annoying. I think I might start cheesing it with some save states in a second here. Yeah, because you got to kind of get to the edge and then jump. And then, yeah, oh, jeez. Wow, that sucks. Alright, let's try that again. I've never actually played 6. I've played, I mean, actually, yeah, I did play 6. I loaded it up a couple times on the collection, but I've played 7, 8, 9. I actually streamed 9 when the second collection came out, but I never really saved it. I don't think I've played 10 yet. I own 10 on a couple different consoles, but I don't think I ever played it. It'd be nice to get some power-ups here. Oh, jeez. Oh, there we go. That's better. Oh, no! Aww. Alright, I gotta slow down in that part. Oh my god, go away, dude! There we go. I kind of forgot that you could slide in this game, too. Oh, thank you. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna, save state this because I'm sick of dying. It's 2018, who cares? Alright, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this is tougher than I remember. No, I mean as in, no, I mean as in it's 2018, so I really don't care if, I'm using save states. Oh wait, there was something on the other side. Oh yeah, there you go. Alright, I'm just not jumping right. Let me try it from this end. There we go. Yeah, could really use an energy tank. I remember when this game came out, being really frustrated right here by that second snake. I remember being really mad that that was there. Because it seemed like really repetitive. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so we're gonna save. Whatever. Alright. Ooh! These are some seriously tight jumps. Okay. Ooh. Oh, good. I saved right there. That just hiccuped, like it froze and kind of hiccuped weirdly. When I was at the top of the screen, yeah, I was smart that I saved, right? It is kind of like Airman. I don't remember this at all. And, ooh, that could have knocked you off. Oh! Okay. Jeez. Oh, those birds in the Airman stage are so annoying. Alright. Alright. Save here. Jump over. The birds in Airman combined with the spikes combined with the slowdown sometimes is, yeah, it's a real nightmare. The last time I was playing through Mega Man 2, it was a real pain, that stage. I got real frustrated. Which sucked because it's a cool stage, and it's really easy at the end if you have the right weapon. Alright, let's do this. Whoa, a lot of slowdown. Oh, jeez. Oh, does spark? Oh, maybe I should have went there first. Alright, I'm saving mid-battle, because screw this. Whoa, there is some serious slowdown here. Oh, no. Alright, reload. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, it's... It's also pretty disappointing that they didn't just, like, remove that from it. Oh, here we go. I got him. I got him. There we go. Yeah, definitely Gemini Man. Save. So we're 30 minutes into the stream, so I should do a little bit of a station ID here. I do the Giraffe Feels podcast, which you can find at giraffefeels.net. It's a retro gaming podcast. We did an episode about Mega Man 3 last year-ish. Sometime in, I think it was earlier in 2017, maybe late 2016. You can check that out, and I do game streams on Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. to 9:30 usually. We started a little late this week because either my microphone or my earbuds went totally haywire, as a Sports Talk Football fan heard. It made these, I don't know, noises that sound like out of like a horror film for a little while, but we fixed it. So check that out. And I know everybody always talks about what they're drinking during streams, and I'm drinking a Snowdrift Vanilla Porter that I picked up on the way home from work tonight, because I didn't really have much in the fridge. So, alright, Gemini Man. He looks like he has a seashell on his head. I have not played the Steam version. I don't do a ton on Steam. Only really if it's only on PC. I'll wait for a game until it's on something else. You know, for example, Stardew Valley, I waited until it came out on the Switch to play. I should start streaming some Switch games. It looks like it's a pretty easy setup to get that going. Alright, so far this is pretty straightforward in this level. I can't play, I can't drink coffee at this time of night. You know, I have a pretty early morning, so... Oh yeah, I suppose you can farm stuff here, yeah. It's like in Metal Man in Mega Man 2. Wait, let me try this again. Oh, yeah, rush coil, right. Got it. That's a really good question. I was just thinking about that. Like, why are these things even here? And, you know, Mega Man's way too family-friendly to be some kind of, like, body horror thing or something, like in, Life Force or something like that. Life Force and Gradius, those are games I wish I was better at. Life Force is really cool. That would be another great collection of games, the Gradius games. There is a collection on I want to say PlayStation 2, I think it was. I think I owned it. One of the first games I ever bought for the PlayStation was Gradius 3. Yeah, I was just thinking that, oh, the Marine would be a lot better. Yeah, I was a big, oh yeah, good call, save. Yeah, Phantasy Star, I was a big Phantasy Star 3, fan. Alright, how do I get... Alright, yeah, alright, there we go. One of the problems with those bombs, too, is they're, when you try to jump over them, your jumps are a little too heavy. Ooh, that was close. Uh-oh! Alright, load. I don't remember a ton about Phantasy Star 4. I'd like to go back and play those games a bit, because I have the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection on the PS3. I think at some point this year I'm going to do a Phantasy Star 3 episode, probably. I really like that game. I better use my energy. Phantasy Star 3 was one of those games that just kind of took over my neighborhood one summer. And, before I had a Genesis, there was a couple kids down the street from me, or I guess actually up the street, that had it. And I remember thinking it was cool as a kid that you could marry characters. Alright, I'm gonna save before I try that jump. I've been using a track from Shining Force for intermissions on the podcast for a while. For probably about 4 or 5 episodes before now. I'm using what is it? Super Castlevania. Alright. Oh, whoops. Oh no, wait, I actually did want to go. Yeah, so, Giraffe feels. So next episode is gonna be out next week. It's gonna be a redo of the Mega Man 2 episode we did a couple years ago. The original version doesn't really sound that good because it was before I had a better mic and whatnot, so I'm gonna redo it. I was gonna record it last week, but I was sick. I'm just getting over a cold, so I didn't want to record it. So I'll do it this weekend. What I revised, I added some extra content to it, basically. and it's gonna sound better. There's a little extra content. There's like, it kind of follows the template of the newer episodes better. I mean, probably the first, I'd say, 5 or so episodes, I was just kind of making it up as I went to see what worked and what didn't. So now I've got a pretty established template. So that'll come out, probably early in the week. And then in February, we're going to have episodes on Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, which we streamed last week. And then, I forget what the other one is, that's going to come out mid-month. And then at the end of the month, there's going to be an episode on Final Fantasy Tactics, which I'm still working on. I'm still working on the script for. And that one's gonna be long. Yes, it's on iTunes. Oh, Final Fantasy Tactics is great. Actually, Final Fantasy Tactics just hit its 20th anniversary. Whoa, slow down. Oh, jeez. Right, let's go back. Wait, okay, never mind. Yeah, it's on iTunes. Oh, I have an energy tank, too. Yeah, and so what's going on in the background here? All the... Is that veins or webbing? We have a SoundCloud account, but I never use it because they want me to pay. Oh yeah, geez. There we go. I was in college when Final Fantasy Tactics came out. First year? Yeah, freshman year. It came out right as we were all finishing up Final Fantasy VII. It was very convenient, actually. Alright, hang on a second. Yeah, we all played Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, fall semester. In college. And wrapped it up. I remember I beat it. I think it was right before finals week. Okay, Needle. And then, yeah, like a month later, Tactics came out, and that game's really cool. Jump them. There's like a quarter of a second delay when you get hit sometimes, too. Final Fantasy VII. When I went back and played it, what was I? I was in grad school. My first semester of grad school, I basically just like kind of went through and replayed all like the PS1 RPGs. And at the time I found it to be kind of like it hadn't held up very well. Oh man, you gotta get a girlfriend that's into this stuff. When I went back to play it, I found it to not really hold up, but I'd like to try it again. Because I think it's available on the PS4. I know Final Fantasy IX is. Now, Final Fantasy IX is the one that I really like. Oh, ooh, jeez. Go back. Ooh. That part is really annoying. Do I have another tank? Yeah, I do. Seven is got a lot of lag and slowdown. Oh, now you give me one of those. Yeah, so these are alright. So 1, 2. Let me save. Yeah, this is probably tough. Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright, so far, if you just kind of gun it, you get through. Yeah. Oh, okay, this is tougher. Alright, let's save, because I'm curious how much space is between those. Can I get in between? Oh, they don't kill you. Okay, good. There we go. That worked. Alright, what can I kill that with? No, hey puzzle. My cat just sat down next to me. Yeah, I wanted to clear that out first before I used the rush coil. Yeah, the jumps in this game they're just slightly heavy. When I was streaming DuckTales a couple weeks ago, I was talking about that too. Alright, I can just slide under him. Or try. Oh, I'm at the end. Alright. Save. Oh, save states are such a wonderful thing. I should do an episode one day, like a thematical episode, which I've done a couple of those, about, you know, stories of stress, waiting between to find save spots in like Final Fantasy games, like, you know, the original Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy IV. Oh, crap. I forgot to turn that on. Oh, yeah, whoa. Just took like half his power. The first Final Fantasy game is, if you don't know where you're going in some of the dungeons, it's really tough. And then the really bad part in that game is you have to leave the dungeons as well. So what used to happen to me as a kid all the time was I would beat the boss, and then backtracking 3 or 4 levels because I'd be out of magic, so I couldn't just warp out. And a lot of times I didn't really think it too further to, that I should save some. Trying to run away from battles and getting back to like the first level and then dying. Or I remember once in the marsh cave getting back outside, and the village is, up around a mountain. It's a couple minutes walk, and I remember dying and just like absolutely just losing my mind in like anger. Yeah, when I love you mean Final Fantasy IV, right? I love the music in this level. Is Top Man growing weed down there? Yeah, Final Fantasy IV, I really like. But, yeah, when I did the replay for the podcast in, I guess it was fall of 16, there were a couple parts that really aggravated me. That I kind of didn't remember. I had such good memories of that game, kind of in general. When I first played it, yeah, well, it looks like Top Man is starting a marijuana dispensary here. Alright, how do I get rid of those things above me? Gemini. But yeah, Final Fantasy IV definitely had some parts that were, you know, way more frustrating than I remember. I love the story in that game. I really like the idea of Cecil as, you know, this, you know, bad guy, really, who redeems himself, and I talked about this on the podcast, but I really like the idea of him and Rosa's relationship, that they're like a, you know, they're not kids, they're not, they're older. They're probably, you know, like 30 years old or something like that. And I remember as a kid thinking that was really cool, because they'd been so used to games where, you know, like Link is, you know, pretty much a child, or, you know, Mario seems like he's an adult, but he's very small. And then you have Cecil and Rosa, who are like, I mean, they're grown-ups. They're adults, and they have adult problems. And I really thought that was cool. Oh, jeez. Oh, I didn't even think to do that. Oh, did I not save? Oh, well, alright. I can just do this again. I forgot to save after this level. Here, we'll get him. There's one. Yeah, I forgot to save after this, so when I died, it took me back to here. No, but I got him. Right, hold on. There we go. Alright, we're right back to where we were going. Alright, saving now. I like how Mega Man's eyes move on the menu. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this level's got really good music. I could use that energy. Yeah. Top Man, whenever my mother came in the room as a kid and saw those enemies with the little construction hats on, she'd always say they were cute. I remember that as a kid. Now, this was the thing that was pissing me off. What the... come on. Oh, there we go. Do I have a tank? No. Alright, might as well just save. Whatever. Ah, okay, that's gonna be hard. I might as well just go back. Continue. I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but there's so much slowdown in this part here. There are way too many enemies on the screen. Oh, thank you. Alright, 9:15. We'll play till 9:30. And maybe next week we'll do part 2 of this, because this is pretty good. This is better than I remember this game being. Yeah, I wonder if Top Man owns any Murphy's Law records. Yeah, definitely. Even when I was replaying this last year, this is definitely way better than I remember it even from then. Oh man, these cats are so annoying. Oh, it takes you all the way back. That sucks. Is there something better to beat those cats with? Because the blaster doesn't really do much. Whoa. Slow down. Ah! And see, now I'm already down to like no energy. Alright, let me go up here. I tried Needleman, I tried Gemini, maybe the snakes. Yeah, 4 and 4's okay. The big problem that I had with 4 when I replayed it in recent times was the battle with Dr. Wily at the end. Was annoying, to say the least. I guess I can't jump and slide, so I gotta go around the other way. I want that energy. Ooh, whoa, flicker. Alright, whoa, I gotta get out of that. Alright, maybe you can, let me try it at least. Yeah, that is really cool. That you have to go back against, oh no, you can't. In Mega Man 4, you have to do something like that, too. Oh, here we go, here we go. Excellent. When the first kid in my neighborhood to have Mega Man 2, when we got to the end, you know, I've talked about this on the podcast, but I wasn't allowed to play games at his house because, I don't know, his parents were weird. I just did. When we got to the end and you had to replay all the bosses again before going to Dr. Wily, it was just like the coolest thing ever. Okay, that's one. Like, it was hard to believe, like, we couldn't believe it was real. That, like, you gotten through the game, and it had taken us a couple weeks to get through it and figure out what worked against each one, and then you go back in and, oh, we gotta do it again? Oh, crap. Alright, go back. There we go. Cool. What are... I don't know what those things were. Oh, ooh, shit. Oh. Alright, go back. There we go. Alright, now, save. Yes, I do. No, no! Alright. Alright, this is tricky. With no energy. Because now... Oh wait, or maybe not. Here we go. Just drop them down there. Got it. I tried immediately shooting, and he blocked it. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, I went right through that top. that was weird. All right, save. Oh, shit. Alright, you gotta jump right at the heights of... Oh, no, okay. Damn. Yeah, exactly. Alright, this is gonna take a couple tries. Yeah, I waited too long. Gotta do it like this. Got it. There we go. Alright. Needle. Oh, crap. Needle doesn't take that much off. Do I have a tank? No. Alright. Oh, I gotta... Ah, I didn't jump. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm figuring that out. Or slide away from them. Oh! Alright, I got the pattern down. Ah, shit, I screwed this up. Oh, no, I jumped too early. Yeah, I've got it down. It's just a matter of just getting it done. Shit. Ah. The jumps are just, they're just a tenth of a second too slow in this game. I think I said that about Mega Man 5 a couple weeks ago, too. Yeah, see? I'm still getting hit. No matter what I do. is a frustrating one. I'm starting to see why I didn't like this game. Ah, yeah, see right there. Yeah, it's just timing the jump when he starts coming at you. I keep doing it like a second too early. Yeah, see, I can't get away from him quick enough. Yeah, see? Yeah, this is hard. Oh, wait. Why am I using the save state? Because I'll have full power if I use another life. Alright, let's try an experiment. Let's try Gemini Man. See, no, oh, he blocks it. Okay. Yeah, he blocks Snake, too. Okay. Alright. Let's not reload, because now we got full power. Now let's save. Alright, now we'll try it. Got it. Jeez. Wow, that was frustrating, but feels really good to beat it. Wow. Wow, it's interesting trying to like relearn this game. Alright, so 9:30, I think we're going to wrap it up for this week. How about next week, just kind of come back and try to get through the rest of the game. That sounds like a good plan to me. Actually, let me save too. So, you know, thanks everybody for hanging around for an hour here. 212 comments, wow, it's really cool. So, you know, like I said, check out the podcast at giraffefeels.net. There's, I think we're up to 30 episodes at this point, something like that, on a variety of games. I try to keep things, you know, short. You know, there are other podcasts that do a really good job of going very long form about games. I try to keep each podcast focused on my kind of personal experiences with the game. You know, so next, to continue to play, so next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m., I'll stream again. So, you know, the best thing to do is, you can follow on Twitter to Giraffe Feels Pod on there as well. And I usually announce the streams. On the weekend, I'll usually announce, you know, what I'm going to do this week. And then sometime on Wednesday, I'll, you know, just remind everybody. Yeah, Thursday is actually really bad for me. That's my long day at work. I'm on campus till pretty much the end of, like, the whole day. Because I have some stuff to do in the afternoon, and actually tomorrow literally is a really bad day because I have a big project to wrap up. So, yeah, Wednesday nights is really the best time for me overall. So yeah, we're going to keep doing this at 8 p.m. on Wednesday evenings. And like I said, really early in the stream, I think we might start trying to use my capture device to start doing like Switch games and some other stuff too. So, all right, thanks everybody, and see everybody next week.